Good afternoon, Pokésports. It's your host, Mike, and I play with two Pokemon on the field. My friends, today I am showing you a team that was again played in the San Diego Regionals, this time by one Jeudy Azzarelli. This team is called Heroes, and it came in third place, piloted by Jeudy. Now, he brought a PALAFIN that was a little different than the PALAFINs that I'm used to, and I love that this PALAFIN exists. It has Mystic Water, it has Haze to deal with Dondozos. King Gambit's a little bit different than you think. The Amoonguss is a little bit different than you might be used to. And you, of course, have the Salamence, which does just so much crazy damage, but also has such nice utility with the Pelipper. I'm going to show you this team today, and hopefully we can go and get a couple of wins out with it, okay? So come along with me. Let's go into the battle arena as our communication was interrupted. But once we get that communication back, let's hop in. Let's go. Because a Gholdengo can't actually fall asleep. Oh. Something's up. Something's up. All right, and so our first game here is up against an Annihilate, Maushold, Indeedee Armarouge, there it is, Pawmot, and Torkoal. All right, so first thing that I'm thinking here is that this PALAFIN is actually going to be quite juicy here. PALAFIN and Bubble Man, I think, work really, really well with what I'm about to do. Now, I could bring PALAFIN and Salamence and then swap one into Bubble Man if I get the chance. I think I did it. I think that's the play. Let's go for that. We'll bring Bubble Man, and then what do we bring in the back? I don't think Clayman is the right play. I think we might even want to go with Diamond Dude. Do you want to go with Diamond Dude or Captain Gold? There's a lot of fire. I'm just looking at that Torkoal and I'm like, oh, I don't really know if I like that. This is a Grass Tera Diamond Dude, so it's either that or I bring in Clayman. No, you know what? Diamond Dude has the Assault Vest. I'm going to give that a try. I think I'm going to give that a try. Because really, I should be able to deal with the Torkoal with nothing but the Pelipper and the PALAFIN, right? So let's give that a try. Let's give that a try. Okay, my Switch has been disconnecting a little bit, and that's been a little spooky. I gave it a restart. I brought it back, and so far, this is as far as I've gotten into a game. But I lost a couple like 1,000 ranks just trying to get up there. Maushold's attack's going to go down, which is actually pretty nice here. I could rather consistently flip turn out here. PALAFIN here has the Haze too, which is kind of nice, but I think I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to flip turn out. Because Maushold can just Population Bomb and ruin my entire career, so why don't I just flip out into Pelipper? If I do that, then Pelipper is going to get pop bombed. I don't want Pelipper to get pop bombed. Maybe King Gambit then. If I swap in King Gambit and hit my friends with a Tailwind, yeah, then at least next turn I can ensure that I'm faster than the Maushold. I don't think that my Salamence is going to go down by anything that the a Vital Gambit will do it. Yep. However, what this means, though, is that they're one Pokemon down as well. They're just choosing to get rid of the Salamence right now. And so the Population Bomb is only going to do 6 times 10. That's 60 damage. I'm going to go down to 147. That's not bad at all. I can survive this. 148. Fine. Variance. Pokemon was hit 10 times. What am I going to bring out? I can actually bring out the PALAFIN here. Because I can assume that the Maushold isn't going to go for a... okay, so that's an Indeedee. So that's an Indeedee. Because of the Indeedee, I now can't go for a Jet Punch on the Maushold. But I do think that I outspeed the Maushold just naturally now, because I am the super form. So we're going to go for Kowtow Cleave on that. And we're going to go for Tera Grass. I wonder if Tera Grass is actually the right play. You know what? I'm going to go for it. No, I'm not. There's no reason to. Why would I do it? We're going to go for a wave crash on the mouse hold. We're going to try and take it out in one shot right here, right now. Let's go. Indeed's going to use follow me. That makes sense. Yep. Going to make that the center of attention. And the population bomb goes before my PALAFIN here. And that's fine, because it looks like my PALAFIN's going to survive this. It's not going to survive the wave crash that it's going to give the Indeedee, actually. So it looks like we're sacrificing the PALAFIN to do some major damage there. And it doesn't even KO the Indeedee either, so that's a little not great. But I am going to KO it here. With the Kowtow Cleave, the Indeedee's going to go down. Yeah, that mouse hold is... mouse hold's a mouse hold, huh? I would say at least now I get the rain up, but assuming there's a Torkoal coming out, I'm not going to get the rain up at all. Torkoal's going to come out at the same time as my Pelipper, and then speed tiers are going to clash. And oh, okay. That had better not be me. If that's me, I'm going to be very upset. Because that was a whole game. Oh. Stuff's happening. Okay, I guess I won that. I think the servers might be having some issues right now. The servers might be having some issues. So you know what? I want to continue battling. Should I continue battling? I want to put this video out. Maybe we can hold on together. You and I, let's hold hands. Let's jump into the abyss, and let's see if we can get a full game. Because my internet's going out, their internet's going out. It's the servers, I bet, the Switch servers. Regardless, anyway, let's go on to our next game. Transition, sword. All right, here we go. A battle against Jason, who's bringing the Murkrow, Mimikyu, Torkoal, Gallade, Clawitzer, and Dragonite. Interesting team. There are no grass types here, so I feel very confident bringing Clayman, the Amoonguss. Now, what I could do is lead with Bubbleman, but the thing that I want to know right now is the speed difference between Bubbleman and Salamence. Yeah, way different. Going for a Tailwind here is actually really, really good. I don't think Captain Gold needs to join us this time around. Even though, I don't know. Even though Steel is actually pretty good against a lot of this team. At least half of this team. At least 4 out of the Pokemon here don't want to take Steel moves. And the ones that don't want to take Ghost moves. So I'll bring Bubbleman. Is it worth bringing the PALAFIN though? I think so. If I can change the weather to rain, then that would be ideal. Do I really need to bring this though? That team's slow. I'll bring Diamond Dude and PALAFIN. Yeah, so that way I still get to set up the rain. I can swap it out if the Torkoal leads, but I don't think that the Torkoal is ever going to lead. Yeah, let's see how that goes. All right, Mimikyu and Murkrow. Now we're going to be matching Tailwinds here. Do I need to match it? Do I really care to match a Tailwind? Yeah, I kind of do because there's a PALAFIN, but what's PALAFIN trying to outspeed? Gallade. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't see the Murkrow or the Mimikyu taking out my Pokemon right now. So why don't I go for a Pollen Puff on the Mimikyu. And we'll go for a Tailwind here. That's fine. I wasn't going for an attack. I am going for an attack. Sorry, I wasn't going for a non-attack. Amoonguss is going to Pollen Puff that Mimikyu. It's going to break the sub, at least. Break the disguise. Ah. Clever girl. Okay, well, I guess we have to go for Leaf Storms now. Leaf Storm on the Mimikyu. Let me just make sure that this is Regenerator. Yes, it is. I'm probably going to need that in a second. We're going to go for a Hurricane on the Mimikyu as well. Because if that's how we're going to play, I'm just going to try and take it out. Right off the bat. Right off the jump. They're going to swap out the Murkrow for Clawitzer. Okay. Oh, then I use Leaf Storm on the wrong target, but that's fine. Mungus' attack is going to harshly fall. That Will-O-Wisp is going to not really hurt. It's fine. I might KO the Mimikyu right now. Yep, no. That's not fun. We can go for a Pollen Puff, or maybe we can even swap out into King Gambit here. Is that accurate? I think it might not be. You know what? Amoonguss can take a hit. We'll go for Pollen Puff on the Mimikyu just to try and take it out. Just kidding. We'll go for a Leaf Storm on the Clawitzer because it's super effective and I just like damage. We'll go for Hurricane on the Mimikyu because I want to see it hurt. They're going to swap out the Q. And who are they going to bring in to take that Hurricane damage? That's Gallade. Uh-oh. Gallade does not want to take this Hurricane, but Pelipper doesn't want to take that. Okay, we're good. We're okay. It's a Life Orb Clawitzer. And Leaf Storm's going to do some decent damage. I like that. Hurricane on the Gallade. How much damage is that going to do? Oh, quite a good amount of damage. Now, if I could just shake off a taunt right now. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't mind if I do. Let's just hit a Rage Powder. Thanks. And let's go for a Hurricane on the Clawitzer or the obvious choice of Gallade. Let's do on the Clawitzer, I think. Yeah. Because it was an obvious choice. If you target the Gallade, then you do bad things to yourself. Amoonguss hits the Rage Powder. The Dark Pulse is going to hit the Amoonguss, which is great. And with that Life Orb damage, this Hurricane is, I believe, likely to take out this Clawitzer. Yeah, so that's a Shrimp. Shrimpy is out of here. I'm still taking that burn damage. I don't really like the burn damage right now, but my Tailwind's gonna peter. They're still in Trick Room, so this does kind of mean good things for my Amoonguss, but I want to switch it out here. I think it just makes too much sense. So I'm going to swap the Amoonguss out for Palafin. And Pelipper. Well, Pelipper's going to go for the Hurricane. Just in case the Gallade decides to not attack. Because I think what's going to happen is I think the Pelipper is going to go down. If I'm being completely honest, I think the Pelipper is about to go down. But I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Because I think the Murkrow is going to go for a taunt. And then Gallade's going to attack. Yeah, so that's a taunt into my Palafin now. Palafin can take that, no problem, thank you. Palafin's going to fall for the taunt. And then, yeah, the Leaf Blade. See, but now the Twisted Dimensions have returned to normal. I almost feel like King Gambit is the right choice here and just Sucker Punch the Gallade. If I Sucker Punch the Gallade and Flip Turn, I don't think there's a single thing they can do about that. So we'll go for Flip on that. We'll go for Sucker on that. Yeah, I'm going to take it out. If it doesn't protect. And if it does, then it does. Tailwind is correct. King Gambit hits the Sucker Punch. That takes out the Gallade. Perfect. Perfect. So Flip Turn does a ton of damage. Wow. If I went for a Wave Crash, that actually would have taken it out. It's fun to note. So now I can bring up my full HP Amoonguss. Not taunted anymore. And the last Pokemon here is just Mimikyu. Okay. So if I just go for Pollen Puffs on the Murkrow and Sucker Punches on the Mimikyu, there's nothing really that they can do, right? Yeah, that's fine. So Will-O-Wisp is a good move to use here. Like, it'll do some damage, but it won't matter. Right? Because this Foul Play needs to take out my Amoonguss, this Foul Play needs to take out the King Gambit, and Mimikyu just has no health left. 0 health left. I could just attack it with a Pollen Puff, and that would be it. But I'm going to continue attacking the Murkrow, because I think that the second that I don't, then it's just bad things. This is the safest play for me right now. 0 way I think that I lose this interaction. But those are also famous last words, so maybe I should be a little careful how I phrase that. Yeah, because of course they can just Shadow Sneak and outspeed me. Yeah. Okay, Amoonguss is going to take some damage. Pollen Puff's going to go off. That's going to KO the Murkrow. Maybe I didn't KO them this turn, but I did next turn, so we'll be okay. I think they just wanted to flex a little bit. They just wanted to be like, hey, I am better than you. Don't forget that. And I won't. I know. I know that they are. Let's go with the Iron Head there. Battle was canceled. They don't want to give me the satisfaction of KOing the 1 HP Mimikyu. All right? So yeah, people are posting in the comments, oh, timestamp, you could have KO'd that guy. I know. Yeah. Yeah. I'm only human. Folks, let's go into game 3. Let's go and play another game. I'm glad that it's been holding up. We're still good. We're still good. Okay, come on, let's go. Okay, and my last opponent here is with a Tyranitar Mousehold Torkoal Sylveon Armarouge Indeedee. So again, every time I see the Torkoal, I want to bring Pelipper in the back. However, I have been burned before by Sylveons specifically. Oh, also there's a Tyranitar, so bringing Bubble Man could also help against that. There are 3 Pokemon that don't want to take my water, so I kind of want to make sure I bring the water. So I'll lead with PALAFIN. I can also lead with Clayman. But then I really need something that can deal with Sylveon, and I think that's actually PALAFIN. So that's good. Bubbleman is going to be essential. And maybe Diamond Dude, actually. Yeah, I think Diamond Dude is the right call. I doubt that they're going to bring the Mousehold just because Amoonguss is on the team, and Amoonguss is sometimes carry Rocky Helmet, and they won't want to Population Bomb into an Amoonguss because that'll just knock them out. Have you ever seen that, by the way? When a Mousehold with Population Bomb goes into something with Rocky Helmet, every single time the Mousehold hits that Pokemon with Rocky Helmet, they take a little bit of damage. And sometimes they take more damage than they deal. So I was totally wrong. And the Amoonguss is going to, or sorry, the Mousehold is going to come in first. But I think what I'll do is I will flip turn. Yeah, I will flip turn into this. And if I'm going to flip turn, I might as well Wave Crash. You know what I mean? Because that way I can potentially take it out. And then I'll Rage Powder. And sometimes I'll Rage because this... oh, I know this. I know this one. What's going to happen is... What's-his-face will get beat up. And because he's about to get beat up, I'm going to Jet Punch, I guess. Oh no, I'm out of time. I have no idea what to do against this. I thought I remembered what it was too late, but I know exactly what's gonna happen. Never mind, I don't. Oh man, when you make assumptions, you make an assumption out of you and me, I think is what that is. Okay. Well, I think they ran out of time too. And I spored the mouse hold, so hey, everything's great and nobody ever loses and life is wonderful. What a good time we just had. Let's wave crash this guy. Let's, what do I care to do here? I think I'm going to pollen puff it just in case it terastallizes grass. Yeah, they're going to withdraw the mouse hold. They're going to bring in the Indeedee, I assume. Yep. And that way Expanding Force will do a ton of damage. But you know what's actually going to do a ton of damage is a Wave Crash. Ha! And because I did the Wave Crash and knocked out the Armarouge, the Pollen Puff is going to go on the Indeedee. And with the Indeedee taking the damage, that's super effective. Ooh, that's a good amount of damage from an Amoonguss. I love that amount of damage from Amoonguss. Yes, please. Thank you, sir. And then what are we going to send out? The Sleeping Mousehold? Yep. You know what? I'm just going to go for a Flip Turn. We're going to Flip Turn that. We're going to Leaf Storm that because you know what? I want to do some damage against that. I might hit a Follow Me person. Yeah, nope. They're just going to cancel. They're just going to cancel. And just like that, we didn't play the game because we didn't play the game. We didn't hit the buttons in time, and we did the right thing. Sometimes the game plays the game better than you can play the game. You know what I mean? Is that really where I want to end it? There was a disconnect. There was an early cancel. There was a full game. No, let's play another game. We'll play another game. All right. Follow me. Let's go into game 4. Come on. All right. And then this one is going to be the Sand Package. Wow. Wow. The Sand Package for sure. That's Tyranitar, Lycanroc, Garchomp, Corviknight, all of those friends. They love sand. And then there's Hydreigon and Meowscarada. They don't mind it. They'll take some damage, but they don't hate it. I'm going to, of course, bring Bubble Man. So we're going to bring Palafin. Palafin is going to swap early. So if we actually lead with Tailwind setting, then maybe we'll get Tailwind off before Palafin can Flip Turn. Especially if they lead Lycanroc and Tyranitar, you know? Then I can go Bubble Man. And something to deal with Corviknight real quick. What can I deal with Corviknight? That would be, I guess, Gholdengo? Yeah, because I want to do special damage, but I'm worried about that Hydreigon. If I bring Diamond Dude, that is very bad against the Hydreigon. Yeah, it's between these two, and honestly, neither one of them do I want to pick right now. But I think Captain Gold is the one because there's just so much physical defense on that Corviknight that if they bring it in, I don't know why I hyperfixated on the Corviknight, but that's what I chose, and that is what I think is going to be the largest threat in this team. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they don't even bring it, and I just have a grand old time. Or maybe they lead with it and I have a very sad old time. However, this Intimidate is sad for me. But I can go for the Flip Turn on the Lycanroc and I can flip into... I can either use Tailwind here or... And hear me out here. I can swap into Pelipper, but if I do that, then it'll do speed tiers if they swap the Tailwind boy out. Now we'll just go for Tailwind. I think this is the right play because they might swap the Corviknight out for Tyranitar just to get the sand out. Rock Slide's going to miss someone. Salamence, that's a good one to miss. It's going to do some damage to PALAFIN. PALAFIN flinched, couldn't move. I don't like that. I don't like that, but I don't hate that. Does that make sense? Because you know what I can do now is I can swap the Salamence out directly, and now PALAFIN's going to be the one that swaps out. Right? You feel? I almost don't want to go into the Lycanroc because I'm scared that it'll Endeavor. But do I care? I don't. I don't think I do. So I'm going to switch into Pelipper now. Salamence goes bye-bye. Salamence has -1 attack anyway. I don't need that in my life. Pelipper comes in, gets the sand out of my life. However, now the Tyranitar is probably going to go for a Rock Slide, and yes, that does bring it down to 1. Which is a little scary. If both of them go for a Rock Slide right now, they can just withdraw the Tyranitar. I don't think I want to switch into Salamence, because then they'll just both go down to Rock Slide, so I'll bring out the Gholdengo. And if this Pelipper... Oh, okay. And if this Pelipper should go down this turn, because it does have a Damp Rock and not a... Okay. And not a... I'm flabbergasted. Let's use Tera Steel, make it rain. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. And then just in case one of them swaps out, like the Tyranitar. Tyranitar could swap out right now, or the Excel Rock could be a thing. But if Tyranitar swaps out and goes into Corviknight, then it'll take a Hydro Pump in the rain. That's not so bad. Yeah. Or maybe they'll show that 4th Pokemon. No, they're going to withdraw the Lycanroc. They're going to keep that around for later. I'm in Tailwind. That Tyranitar is not going to like its life. Unless it's going for a Protect right now. In which case, that's a good play. But we'll see what happens. So Gholdengo with the Tera Steel is going to go first. That's going to hit the Tyranitar. It's going to do some decent damage unless it's got Assault Vest, which that might be. Gholdengo's special attack's going to fall. I think next turn I can pretty confidently go for a nasty plot. Make the plot all nasty. Are they going to bring Lycanroc back out? The fact that they lost Tyranitar is huge, though. Oh, no. No, that's not great. I think swapping out into Salamence is the right call here. They easily can go for a Tera Ground Earthquake. And if they go for a Tera Ground Earthquake, I can hit a Hydro Pump on this. And that'll be super effective. And I want it to be super effective. I always want it to be super effective. Every hit I do, I want it to be super effective. That's going to be my mantra for 2023. Pointed stones are going to dig into me, and that's painful. And I'm going to lose some attack, and that's sad. But it's okay. But so is the Garchomp. That's pretty good too, actually. That is pretty good. It's a good trade-off, you know? You lower the Garchomp's attack by taking a little bit of damage. I'm down for that trade. Yeah, uh-oh. I think I need to protect my Salamence and Tailwind with Pelipper. Or, hey, this could be a Rock Slide. And if that's the case, then I Tailwind with Salamence, and I Wide Guard with Pelipper. And then nobody takes any damage, and I feel great about my life, and everything's wonderful, and nobody dies. So hopefully this is the right call. Usually by the last game, you've kind of warmed up a little bit. You know what's going to happen. You have some better idea of what's going to happen. The first game, you're a little rusty. You're not really sure what's going to happen. Especially when I'm the one playing the game. Wide Guard's protecting my team. Yeah, that's a Rock Slide, baby. That is a Rock Slide, baby. But what's the Corviknight going to do is the question. It's a Brave Bird. It's not enough. It's nice that both of these guys have Tailwind. Let me tell you. Really, really nice. And now I'm kind of worried that the Garchomp's going to protect. You know what? I have PALAFIN. I always have PALAFIN to bail me out. So I think what I'll do is I'll Hydro Pump and I will Hurricane. Yes, I'll Hydro Pump and I'll Hurricane the Corviknight. They could have expected that was coming and gone for a Rock Slide, and that would have been the worst thing for me. I would have been very sad. But it didn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Because I'm warmed up now. I'm warmed up now. I'm making calls left, right, and center, and I'm ready to win. Love that that Corviknight went down. It makes things so much easier for my PALAFIN. Lycanroc's back. There's still no sand, so that's a good thing. I think I can go for a Hurricane on that and a Hydro Pump on this. I'm not going to go for a Wide Guard because at this point, if it goes for a Rock Slide, then next turn I can bring out... Gholdengo's still alive, so... I can just keep throwing Pokemon at the problem until I win. At one point, their Tailwind is going to go down. Yeah, no. At one point, their Tailwind is going to go down before my Tailwind goes down, so... That's totally fine. Here comes the Rock Slide. It's going to take out my Pelipper, but not my Salamence. Okay. Well, that means one Pokemon's going down here, and that's going to be Lycanroc? Yeah, that's going to be Lycanroc. That's great. And now I have PALAFIN. The opposing team's Tailwind, Peters. So I'm going to bring out my PALAFIN. Yeah, so my Salamence is faster than this Garchomp right now by a mile. And yes, the pointed stones are going to dig in, but I've undergone a heroic transformation, you know? We're going to go for a Draco Meteor. We're going to go for a Wave Crash. We're just going to do as much damage as possible, but they're probably going to protect just to wait out that last turn of Tailwind. But again, they can't hit both. Unless they flinch me, they can't hit both. And I think now my PALAFIN's also faster, so... Yeah, in my opinion, the correct move is to Rock Slide for sure. Okay. Well, they probably are, actually. But a Wave Crash is just going to take out the Garchomp. One hit KO. Amazing. Fantastic. Stupendous. Wonderful. Marvelous. Does my PALAFIN go down to that too? Yeah. Oh, no, it doesn't. Sweet. Well, that's a win. We take those. We take wins around here, actually, it turns out. That was a lot of fun. Let's go and talk about this team. I'm glad the internet held up. I'm glad the internet held up. Let's talk about this team because it did really well, and I really liked it. Come on, let's go. So again, this is Heroes from Jeudy Azzarelli, the third place winner of San Diego Regionals 2023. Amazing team. Amazing team. This PALAFIN does so much damage with Mystic Water. It doesn't need things like a Choice Scarf. It doesn't need things like a Choice Band. In VGC, the more that I play, the more I'm realizing that just some Pokemon don't want to have Choice Scarf, Choice Band. You play them at the beginning because you think that that's what they need, but it turns out the utility is so much better. PALAFIN with Haze means that you're able to take off the Draco Meteor debuffs. You're able to take off the Leaf Storm debuffs. You're able to take off the Make It Rain debuffs. You're able to take out Dondozo buffs. Like, there's a lot of good use that you can have with PALAFIN. Terrestrializing Grass just makes it even more so, right? Then you become resistant to Grass. Then you don't have to worry as much about certain moves. You don't have to worry about redirection. You don't have to worry about Spore. It's all good stuff. The Amoonguss is great here. It has Leaf Storm just so you can actually do some extra damage. You definitely don't need to have that Clear Smog because you have that PALAFIN with Haze. Your Salamence does Tailwind as well as your Pelipper doing Tailwind because of the fact that either one can use them, and sometimes you might want both and just to kind of keep them guessing. Pelipper is great to set up the rain, especially in these weather wars. Going up against Torkoals, going up against Tyrannitars, it just makes sense to send out a Drizzle Pokemon like Pelipper. King Gambit with Tera Grass, again, so it doesn't get redirected. Kowtow Cleave, Iron Head, Sucker Punch, Low Kick. All of those doing tons of damage, especially a low kick on a Dondozo, a low kick on a Dragonite. You're doing a lot of damage with that. And then Defiant means that if you get intimidated, you get a little boost. Just watch out for Mirror Herb, because that's the thing. Gholdengo with Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Nasty Plot, Protect is just the Gholdengo set. Sometimes you're just allowed to send it out and make it rain and make a win. That's how that goes. Anyway, congrats to Jeudy for winning for coming in third place with this team. Please do use the team ID because it's really, really good. You're going to really enjoy it, I promise you. And folks, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you let me know. Let me know what kind of teams you want to see from now on, because like we've got the rest of the month to play around with some super fun stuff before Paradox Pokemon come out. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next one. I've been Mike, 2 Pokemon on the field. Bye-bye.